Welcome again to our Pronouncing Tibetan Correctly class. And also, especially when you're writing out prayers for foreigners to say together in a group. We're taking an actual text called the George and we're discussing some difficult parts of it. Okay, one was and I'm going to add just something for an easier example. Okay, now I'm going to do what first? The transcription, the spelling in English letters, in Roman letters. Ki, pum. And that's pronounced, say, ki, pumbo. Ki, pumbo. There are a couple issues on this one, okay? Maybe I can think of 3 issues on this one. We'll cover those 3 issues. And they'll help you with everything else. The first one is this. Because D is one of the 4 umlauting suffix letters, this O is changing to okay? And this is a silent prefix letter. It doesn't have any effect on the sound. So it's going to be Now I could just write a U. But that would be a little hard for foreigners. Sometimes they have that in Burmese or something. I would put a UW just to make it easier for foreigners. Okay, Okay, now we have ki, and I want to talk about ki. What does ki mean? Ki, yi, he, of. It's the genitive or the possessive. What's the English equivalent? Of or apostrophe s, okay? These are the 2 ways to show possessive in English. Apostrophe s or of. And they can be called genitive and they can be called possessive. It's the same thing, okay? So uki means of light, okay? But this particle is a particle. It's a genitive particle, which is not part of the word. It's not part of the word. So you shouldn't join them. You see what I mean? It's like to or on or of or for or by preposition. It's by itself. It's not, get this and try to burn this into your mind. It's not half of a 2-syllable word. These are 2 single-syllable words that are separate. So we have to put a space in the pronunciation. Okay? So uki. So we're clear. Get that in, burn that into your mind. If it's a single word with 2 parts, you don't put a space between them. The Tibetan is ambiguous. It's always ambiguous. But if it's 2 halves of a single word, you jump them together. Okay? So, as for example in Pungbo, here we go. So Pungbo is 1 word. The 2 syllables are 1 word. So there should be no space between them. Okay? When it's 1 word, you jam them together in the pronunciation, not in the transcription. And you separate them when they are 2 separate words. Okay? Uki, pumbo. Okay? We have a few moments, I think, to talk about a very, very important point, which is aspirated versus unaspirated. Okay? Say pung, say pungbo. Pung, pungbo. There's a famous line in the Abhidharma Kosha, pung dang kego rikidun, pungbo keji rikidun, means, pung in that case means to pile things up on one another, like pung. You hear that it's unaspirated. I didn't say pung, I said pung. We do not have unaspirated sounds in English. We don't have them. We don't say, would you like a cup of tea, and stir it with your pen. Okay? That's how you can tell an Indian, right? They're unaspirating all the syllables. We don't do that in English. All English syllables are aspirated already. Okay? So when you're doing the pronunciation, you don't have to show the aspiration sign that you show in transcription. We cannot distinguish in English spelling for normal English speakers the difference between pung and pung. Okay? If you go up to somebody on the street and say, pung, can you spell that for me? They'll write P-U-N-G. If you say, now can you write pung? they'll also write P-U-N-G. That's the test, okay? Get used to that test, okay? Then so many people writing Tibetan and English sounds get confused on this point. All of the aspirate rho, ka, cha, ta, pa, ca, they are writing with an H. And my Lama's name was messed up on his passport and forever after as Tharchin because it was aspirated. But we already aspirate all our consonants. It's already Tharchin if you do it without an H, you see? And people don't get it. It's so weird. So this doesn't need an H. You don't have to put an H when you do the pronunciation because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anybody. It just confuses. They're going to say pahungbo or something, and that's not what it is. All English consonants of this particular group are already aspirated. When you do the pronunciation, drop the H. When you do the transcription, you must have the H to distinguish pung from boom, okay, which is unaspirated, P-U-N-G, S-P-U-N-G, okay, got it? All right, so we had 3 lessons here, if I can recall. One is ki is a separate word. These are not 2 parts of one word, but in this case it was 2 parts of one word. And then we're not going to try to put H's when we're doing pronunciation, because it's just going to confuse people. It's unnecessary, like tsongkhapa, it's not necessary. There's no English K which is unaspirated. So the H does nothing. It just confuses. Tanka, thanka. It's so fun, it's bizarre, you know. It's not thanka, it's tanka. It's a T, you know. So anyway, that's a very important point, I think. What was that? And then the we were saying it might be nice to add the W, just because normal English speakers can't handle a single U standing there. They won't know what to say. Okay? Those are the 3 points of pronunciation today. These are very dear to my heart. They drive me crazy. I see them everywhere. Everyone makes these errors. And you have to distinguish between what? Transcription and pronunciation. Different animals completely. Okay. Thank you. We'll go on to another example in the next video.